So yesterday, Rach and I went out to the shops and we saw this. Oh my God. Just out for our weekly shop and we are greeted with this. I'm severely regretting the decision of not going yesterday. It's like it's gone back to normal. I knew that this was going to happen as soon as the government then said, right, it's all good, shops can now open. That was going to happen. Like, there's just so many people. The amount of people that were out there the other day gave me anxiety. I just felt so nervous being around so many people, which is crazy because I love living in a city, but that made me feel on edge. Anyway, let's get to a bit of a brighter start. Hello guys, what's happening? It is Matt here from Sophisticated Obsession, back with another fashion video, and today I am going to be reviewing my new cold laundry set. So, without further ado, let's roll the B-roll. So I have finally received my order from Cold Laundry. So this is almost like a follow-up video. If you have not done so already, definitely check out the video that I did a couple of weeks back, I think. There I was then talking about Cold Laundry, about the background, and also I then did a little review about the new line that they have got out called Redemption. So if you have not checked that out, I do urge you to then go and have a look. So in the previous video, I talked a little bit about some of the things that were maybe a little bit questionable or things that I just think needed to be answered, and I did try and message the owners, but they didn't get back to me. But I've now got a reply. They've watched the previous video, so that they've then been able to sort of answer some of the questions or some of the speculations that I raised. So let's get into that now. Okay, so on Monday I got a reply from Cersei. Is it Cersei? Basically explaining a couple of the things that I maybe got wrong in the previous video, or just things that I felt were unanswered that I couldn't find out. So thank you so much for replying, because I really do appreciate it. I won't read it all out, but there were just a couple of things that I think are worth mentioning. So the first thing that she addressed was the fact that, yeah, they did create clothes in Korea. They found that working with Korean markets did really sort of help them to then create the clothing and just sort of get the brand going. They've now actually moved those markets from Korea, and they're now producing all of their clothes in Portugal, and I can testify to that because the clothes that I have then got on right now are made in Portugal. I would anticipate that it would be very easy for the markets to then take those silhouettes, and obviously it being sold on sites such as like Taobao at a much reduced price, then obviously doesn't sort of give this company a great name. But now they've sort of moved away from it and they're focusing more on the ethics now. So I remember my mum, she worked in Mauritius for nearly 2 years. I remember her talking about this one case that, I don't know if it was going on while she was there or if it had then just been settled, but anyway, it was actually to do with the company Ralph Lauren, and Ralph Lauren had a factory over there because Mauritius is a tax haven. Now Ralph Lauren tax dodging is probably a completely different story, which I'm not getting into right now. However, when they were there, they were then producing fake goods. Ralph Lauren got wind of this and then ordered for the factory to be shut down. The judge ruled in the favor of Ralph Lauren and shut the factory down. Then the Mauritian, is it Prime Minister, then went to the judge and said, do you realize how many people you are putting out of work? Mauritius has a policy that they will have 100% employment rating. And I can testify to this because I remember going to a coffee shop and asking Mum, why are there about 40 staff in a coffee shop? She told me and I was like, this is obscene. This is just ridiculous. Because they had 100% employment rating, they then decided to reverse the ruling. They were then able to carry on producing counterfeit goods. We see it with like Taobao and DHgate and places like that that then are selling counterfeit goods that probably have been made in the same factories as the proper items. So the next speculation that I had was the fact that they were then liquidized, and did this have anything to do with the refunds that people were complaining about? Cersei has said that no, this was nothing to do with the refunds. I don't know what the reason was behind the liquidation. Obviously, there was just some sort of cash flow problem. The final thing is that they have then spent the last 6 months creating this redemption line. They claim is their best work to date. I can't comment on that because I have only just discovered them. So again, if you have not done so, definitely check out the previous video because I went through a couple of the items that I've definitely got my eye on this season. Okay, so enough of the unanswered questions. Let's get to the clothing. Okay, first of all, we come to the delivery. First of all, the delivery was free, which is excellent. That's really, really good. I genuinely do think that delivery should be free, but I do think that as more companies do sort of shift their focus to them online sales, I think that that probably will then become more of like a mainstay and like just like a standard. One of the issues that I had was that I found the delivery to be quite slow. So I put the order in on the 5th of June and it came on the 16th. I think one of the problems that they have is that it was being shipped directly from their factory in Portugal. If they had the items here, so if Portugal had then made the items and then shipped them over to maybe a central place here, I think that that would probably then speed up the delivery time. Unpacking the pieces, they come in just a UPS bog standard package, and then the items come separately in one of these dust bags. Now the dust bag then has cold laundry across the front and also the style name as well. Fairly bog standard in terms of its delivery presentation. However, it keeps your items clean. There's a nice subtle bit of branding going on, and also your clothes arrive in a good state and not crumpled. So you can't ask more than that. Now, the first thing that I noticed about these items was how thick the clothing was. Hopefully that transpires to it being then a lot more sort of heavy duty and being able to then withstand a lot of wear. Also, what I love is the fact that these are unisex items. Rach actually tried on these items and they looked as good, if not better, in them than I did. I did mention this in the previous video, but I do really like that about this company is that they're blurring the lines of gender, and I feel like they're knocking down those gender boundaries in fashion, which is excellent, and I want to see more of it from more companies, to be honest. Okay, so first of all, let's go to the pastel long shirt. So this is 100% organic cotton. It has a canvasy feel. I was really surprised by that. I knew that this was going to be the same color as the shorts. However, the shorts actually says canvas shorts in the name, so I kind of thought that the shirt maybe was going to be of more of a shirty material. However, this is exactly the same material. This shirt is very thick, which actually doubles up to being more like a shacket. That then aids the versatility of this piece. The overall fit to this is very boxy. It has a drop shoulder. The shoulder drops down sort of part way down to the arm, but then the arm length and the sleeve length is much shorter. It's almost cropped. So what you sort of have is almost like a tapered finish to the arm, which is something that I haven't really seen. Yeah, it's quite a unique silhouette. One thing that really surprised me is that we have 2 internal pockets, one on each side. Now, obviously I did see the large external pocket, which adds just a nice little bit of detail, but the inner pockets, I had no idea that they were there. Also, the shirt comes with popper buttons rather than the normal conventional buttons. I really like the silver color against this pastel pink. I think it just looks really smart. We also then have the poppers on the cuffs as well. The collar doesn't have any sort of card in here to then keep it rigid and stiff, but overall very impressed from this piece. I've tried it with just a bog standard sort of white t-shirt that I got from Arket. I also tried it with my pastel colored Acne Studios t-shirt, which worked a treat. Okay, next up we come to the canvas pastel shorts. Just like the shirt is 100% organic cotton and is made from this canvas material. I really like these because of the drop crotch that it has, which means you could then wear these high-waisted. I've sort of seen that quite a few places are now doing like that high waist sort of tailored look. That seems to be really on trend at the moment. One of the best features to these shorts is the elasticated waistband. I think that this is a genius little touch. Yes, it does make the shorts look a little bit more relaxed and a little bit more casual. However, I think that just overall, the style of these shorts, I think then you could wear these sort of dressed up a little bit more or dressed down. I think that they would then work for both. The shorts have 2 internal pockets in the side. However, one thing that did throw me was that at the back, you have got then the flap for a back pocket. However, there isn't one. You've put the effort in to then put like pockets into the shirt. Why couldn't you do that for the back pocket of the shorts? The shorts come with a button and a zip. They've taken the button, I'm presuming, from the shacket. Not the shirt. So the 2 items, they're not identical because the buttons do give it away. However, if you did then want to wear it with then the shacket, it would then match up perfectly. Now we come to the price. So the price of these, the pastel long shirt was £120. I would say that it is probably on the pricier side of things. So I would probably say that it is more in line with other brands that are doing similar things. For the amount of wear that you could get from this piece, I think that that is, I think that that is fair. However, I think that the canvas pastel shorts at £70 is an absolute steal. You are gonna get so much wear out of these. I think that the shorts are so versatile, fantastic for summertime, just brilliant for sort of wearing as just a staple piece. Now, next we come to my sizing. One of the problems that I had with their brand was that there were no size guides on the website. There were none when I was making this video. I took a run and jump and went for a small in both, and they fit me perfectly. Now, if you do not know, I am 5'7". I have a 37-inch chest, a 15-inch collar, and also a 30 to 31-inch waist, depending on how much food I've eaten. So there we go, guys. That is my review of the canvas pastel shorts and the pastel long shirt by Cold Laundry. If you are interested in me making like a little lookbook about these items, then please leave me a comment down below and I'll sure to get onto it because I'm really enjoying creating these fashion videos. If you have not done so already, check us out on Instagram and also show Cold Laundry a little bit of love as well. And that is everything. Hope you have an amazing day, guys. Whatever you are doing, hit that subscribe button and I'll see you in the next one. See ya!